Will be taking the stage. Would you like to be there?
Hi everybody! Welcome to The Colors of Beauty by Elle. I'm Isabel, and I'm backing out of my driveway. Welcome to another car vlog. I am going to go get my hair done because, as you can see, I have gray, lots of it. But what do? You know, you got it and you gotta cover it up, or you don't, whatever. I hope you guys are doing good. Look at I look horrible today. Oh well, I'm gonna come out of the salon and I'm gonna look party. Sorry, my bra strap is like coming off, going down my shoulders. I hate when that happens. It's because I have real small shoulders, so and I'm real short, so the bra strap always like goes like it's like annoying. Check my mirrors there. I hope you guys are doing well. I am doing well. Are you guys doing anything for Halloween? I think I'm just gonna stay home and give out candy to the babies. I love watching them because they're just so cute. You know, they come to the door, especially the little teeny tiny dudes. You know, they're so cute. The little scary guys and the little princesses. So last year I made my grandson a shark outfit to be for Halloween, and he's gonna be that again. So because I made it a little bit big for him so he could wear it a couple of times. I mean, he's only 6, so he loves it. He's so cute. And then my grandbaby, his sister, she's going to be Tinkerbell, so she's gonna look so cute. Oh my gosh, you guys, I remember when I was a little kid that my dad used to tell us these really scary stories, when I was a little kid. Okay, so we would all get dressed up for Halloween, right, when we were little. And when I was a little kid, I mean, I grew up very, very poor, so we always had to make our costumes or whatnot. And once in a while, my mom would buy me just, like a mask costume, because back then they had the mask. They didn't have the ones, the rubber ones or whatever. They just had the plastic hard mask that you put on. My dad always had to cut the eyes out, so I could see, how to cut the eyes bigger. You guys ever have that done? Oh my God, that's like so funny. Like, so you have this mask, with these huge eyes so that you can see through it. Cinderella with bug eyes. Anyways, we'd all go to trick-or-treating, and there was always a house at the end of the block from me, and they always gave out cupcakes all the time. Remember those days where you can give out homemade treats? That was the best time, man. It really was. Now you can't do anything because you're so afraid of the people, and then if you make stuff, people just throw it away because they don't know if you're a freak or not. But that was just the funnest time in the world when I was a young kid in that in that era. And then okay, so everybody would go to the Mary's house. That was Miss Mary's house, that was her name. And we would all go there, and she'd all have like these cupcakes all decorated really cute. They were all homemade. And she had punch too. She gave out cupcakes and punch. So we were always like, oh, let's go there, you know, first, since we can have our cupcake and punch, and our, you know, we'd have to put the costume face up because we could eat our punch and cupcake, you know, and it was so fun. Or when they would like, the best thing ever was when people would like wrap like coins around like the candy, you know, like on your bubble gum they would put like a 5-cent coin or, you know, a dime, and wrap it around with the Scotch tape, you know, on those bazooka gums. Oh man, those were the days. I always felt like, oh my gosh, I was so happy, you know, with all that, the bazookas and the cupcakes, and then there was people in my neighborhood that would give out like toys, like little, you know, horns or little stuff, you know, for to play with, you know, little things. I mean, that spider rings and all kinds of stuff. I loved it. And then when we were all done, I was the youngest. There's 5 of us, and I'm the youngest of. Then there's 4 brothers. So my brothers would take me, and you know, and then we would come back home, and we would, you know, eat our candy. And back then you didn't really have to check your candy, you know, because there was nothing, you know, nothing going on with it, you know, which is sad nowadays. You have to do that. But we'd be outside. We lived in a little shack, and my dad would be sitting on a can of something, I don't know, a can, I remember, some kind of a can. He'd turn it upside down, he'd sit on the can, and us kids would sit on the dirt, because we didn't have grass. We just sit on the dirt around him, and it was outside, and he would tell us really scary stuff. You know, like this one time he would tell us, he told us this story. Okay, so he goes, man, that I knew. This is the story that my daddy would tell us. And he said, there was a man that I knew, and I knew him as a kid, and he never, ever listened to his parents, ever. And we were like eating our candy, listening to my daddy, you know, in the moonlight. And my mom was out there with us as well. She was sitting next to Dad, and on a can of some sort. And then he said, and then he would go out almost every night to go dancing. Every night, dancing. He just would go out and go to the dances, and wouldn't listen to the parents, and would want them, you know, him to stay home, and they wouldn't. And then the mom told him one day, she said to him, mijo, my son, but my father would tell us in Spanish, okay? I'm just translating this in English for you. He would say, the mom would say, if you keep going out, you know, the witches and the devil will come and punish you, and then you won't be able to dance anymore. And then he said, why not? You know, why? You know, he said, because your legs will turn into a chicken legs, you know, with the ugly veins and the claws, and they're not ordinary chicken wings. They would they would act on their own and cut people up while you're dancing, and because, you know, you're not behaving and you're not listening to us, and, you know, and you're just out there being a bad kid, and you're, you know, so your feet are going to defy you. So he's like, no, that's not true, you know. So he kept going out, you know. He turned what, 17, kept going out, 18, kept going out. And then all the girls were like all over him all the time because he was such a great dancer, yet he was a really, you know, not listening to his parents type of kid. So then one evening he said my father went out with him and to go to Jitterbug, because they did the Jitterbug back then. And my dad was dancing with somebody, and then all of a sudden people started screaming, and they didn't know what was going on. My dad was looking around, people were running, and there was like blood everywhere there was blood. And my dad's like, what the heck? So he got his date and he told her to go outside, and he took her outside and he says, you stay out here, I'm gonna go see what's going on. And he comes back in and everybody's like looking around, so he had to go through the crowd to see what was going on. And there he was, his friend had legs of a chicken, scratching, going like this to his date, and his date was all like cut up, and he himself was screaming and saying, no puedo parar, saying that he can't stop, no puedo, ayúdame, help me, I cannot stop. And he said, get away from me. And then my dad everybody saw that his face turned like so evil, really evil. And then my dad had to like stop him, got him and held him really, really tight from the back so he could stop scratching people and make it, you know, and tearing them apart. And then the guy said, it's my dad said, it's your fault because you never listened to your mom. I told you gotta listen to your mom, because if you don't, you're gonna this is what happens. And after all those years, look at this, this came true. And then the guy was like fighting my dad, and then people, there's blood everywhere, on the walls, everywhere. And then the guy just turns around to look at my dad. He was like this, and my dad was holding him like this, and the guy turns around. Beauties.